Coming up on BrickNerd, we take a look at Brickcase by Smallworks and the Heartlake Stables. All that in the latest LEGO news right here on BrickNerd. Welcome to BrickNerd, your source for LEGO news, reviews, and the LEGO fan community. If you're nerdy about the bricks, you've come to the right place. First up, the news. 2014 is shaping up to be a great year for LEGO, and for the fans as well. There are some really cool sets coming out, including some great offerings from Creator, Friends, Disney Princesses, Chima, and Ninjago. But what I'm most excited about are these new Star Wars microfighters, chibi-style vehicles with minifigs. I'm happy to announce the BrickNerd store is now open. Well, mostly. It's still in beta, but you can score some exclusive custom kits and BrickNerd swag. Just visit bricknerd.com and click on Store. That about does it for the news. Let's take a look at this. Brickcase by Smallworks. Took the opportunity to preload my iPad mini. As you can see, it's a nice snug fit. It actually clamshells onto it, and it's a full hardcover front and back with a kind of a flexible rubber hinge that actually leads right into the protective surface, which looks a lot like the underside of a Lego plate. In fact, it looks identical to the bottom of a Lego plate. It does have the magnets to turn on and turn off the iPad, but it actually doesn't stay closed very easily. It just wants to fall open. So, not that that's a totally bad thing. That's not too bad. I don't think it has a lot of clutch. The ability of bricks to actually stay stuck. They did a pretty good job of figuring out the distance on these things. So the studs themselves, even with a long brick like this, you get a pretty good connection all the way across. But the studs themselves, they're a little small. So even a plate, which would be next to impossible to pull off of a regular Lego plate, kind of falls right off. So don't attach anything that you want to keep. No valuable plates, no gold-plated 1x1s or anything like that. But if you just want something that looks very Lego-like and show the rest of the world that you're into the brick, I'd say go for it. And do one last little test here. Connect on the tile. That stays pretty stuck. So if you're going to leave something connected to it, stick with tile and plate. Not that you want anything bulky on your iPad case anyway. But overall, pretty cool. I dig it. Now let's take a look at the Heartlake Stables. This is a pretty cool little set. Actually, it's not very little. There's quite a bit going on here. That's actually one of the things I like the best about it, is there is so much going on. One of the cool things, it's reconfigurable. You've got modular pieces, so you can slide them apart, put them together, or rearrange them however you want. That's a nice little touch, instead of making it one giant slab that you can't maneuver. Wouldn't take much to connect these two together. You've got these little gray 2x2 tiles on here. You could attach it all as one piece just by bridging the gap. the horses are actually not like classic Lego horses. They've got a profile that's round on top. You know, they got a kind of a cutesy look to them. But it's nice. It's appealing. It's a little weird with the mini dolls. They can't actually sit on the horse. They have to stand. So not that that's not an impressive horse trick, but it's a little strange that they're always on. I wonder if a different saddle piece that actually had molded in legs that you could just connect the top of the mini doll body to might look a little more realistic. But that's just an aesthetic thing with me. The characters in here, this one, what is it? Katharina. One thing that's kind of weird. Mia's in here, and she gets helmet hair and regular hair. You can pop it off and replace it. Katharina, for some reason, only has a helmet, so she's going to run around with that thing on all the time, unless you happen to have some spare mini doll blonde hair. Another cool thing is these things are all built to kind of fall apart. I don't know a lot about horse jumping, but I know that you want to jump over things and not knock them over. Here you can do both if you're into that type of thing. There's a lot of play value in this thing. Not a lot of play features. It doesn't do a lot, but I can see a little girl playing with this thing for a long time, because there's so much to do with reconfiguring and so much little bits and pieces. There's little brushes and stuff to decorate the horses with, and the girls. There's a little hand cart. These little loft here. It's got a little play area. There's a book in there that's got something in it. I'm not sure what it is. But I can see someone playing with this for a long time. And what little girl doesn't want a pony? Overall, I'm impressed. Great color, great design, a lot of play factor, and you've got a little girl, get it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 Nerdlies. Now let's take a look at some recently featured mocks. Lego Nardo Davidi does it again with this amazing cottage, the Crow's Nest. From the craggy rocks to the sagging roof and everything in between, this is a masterpiece. It's the 50s all over again with this charming interior by YVD. Who needs a time machine when you've got Lego? McLean takes us back to our childhood with these Generation 1 Transformers. They're all super clean and superbly designed. Hey Creo, this is how it's done. That about does it for this episode of BrickNerd. Please subscribe, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and visit us at BrickNerd.com. Thanks for watching.